Today we are going to dive into the world of energy and explore one of the most influential organizations in this field, OPEC, which stands for the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries. OPEC was founded in 1960 by 5 founding members: Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, and Venezuela. Its objective was to coordinate and unify the petroleum policies of its member countries and to secure fair and stable prices for petroleum producers while ensuring a regular supply for consumers. Since its inception, OPEC has grown to include 13 member countries: Algeria, Angola, Congo, Ecuador, Gabon, Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, Libya, Nigeria, Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, and Venezuela. Together, they produce approximately 44% of the world's crude oil and control around 2/3 of the world's proven oil reserves. At the core of OPEC's objectives is the stabilization of oil markets in order to ensure a steady supply of petroleum to consumers around the world. This is achieved through setting production quotas, adjusting prices, and coordinating policies among its member countries. OPEC's decisions can have a significant impact on the price of oil, which can in turn affect global economic growth and stability. For example, in the early 1970s, OPEC implemented an oil embargo against countries that supported Israel in the Yom Kippur War, causing a significant spike in oil prices and causing economic turmoil in many countries. More recently, OPEC has been grappling with the rise of unconventional oil production, such as shale oil and gas. These new sources of energy have led to increased competition in the global market and put pressure on OPEC to maintain its market share and pricing power. In response to this challenge, OPEC has sometimes engaged in strategic production cuts in order to boost prices and maintain its market share. These decisions, however, are not always popular among member countries, as they can lead to short-term economic pain and political pressure to maintain production levels. Another issue that OPEC has been grappling with is the transition to renewable energy sources, which threatens to reduce demand for oil in the long run. While the organization has been taking steps to adapt to this changing landscape, such as investing in renewable energy projects, it remains to be seen how successful it will be in the face of this shift. Despite these challenges, OPEC continues to be a major player in the global energy market, and its decisions will have a significant impact on the world's economic future. As the world continues to grapple with issues such as climate change and energy security, it will be interesting to see how OPEC adapts and evolves in the years to come. One of the key advantages of OPEC is that it allows member countries to have a greater influence over global oil prices than they would have individually. By coordinating policies and setting production quotas, OPEC can manipulate the global oil market to a certain extent, which can be beneficial to its member countries. However, this influence also comes with challenges. For one, OPEC has often been criticized for its lack of transparency and accountability. Critics argue that the organization operates like a cartel, with member countries working together to fix prices and control supply. Another criticism of OPEC is that its policies can sometimes be at odds with the interests of non-member countries. For example, when OPEC engages in production cuts, it can lead to higher oil prices, which can be detrimental to oil-importing countries that rely on affordable energy to fuel their economies. Despite these criticisms, OPEC remains a key player in the global energy market, and its decisions will continue to have a significant impact on the world's economic future. As the world transitions to a more sustainable energy future, it will be interesting to see how OPEC adapts and responds to these changes. One way in which OPEC is attempting to adapt is by investing in renewable energy sources. For example, Saudi Arabia, a major OPEC member, has announced plans to invest $200 billion in renewable energy projects over the next decade, with the goal of generating 50% of the country's electricity from renewable sources by 2030. Another way in which OPEC is adapting is by working to diversify its economy beyond oil. Many member countries have long relied on oil exports as a major source of revenue, but the volatility of oil prices and the shift towards renewable energy sources has made this model increasingly unsustainable. As a result, some member countries are investing in other industries, such as tourism, technology, and agriculture, in order to diversify their economies and reduce their dependence on oil. Despite these efforts, however, the transition away from oil will not be easy, and OPEC will continue to face challenges in the years to come. The rise of renewable energy sources, the increasing importance of climate change and environmental concerns, and the changing dynamics of the global energy market all pose significant challenges to OPEC's long-term viability. In conclusion, OPEC is a complex organization that plays a significant role in the global energy market. While it has faced criticism and challenges in recent years, it remains an influential force in the world of oil production and pricing. As the world continues to grapple with issues such as climate change and energy security, it will be interesting to see how OPEC adapts and evolves in response to these changing dynamics.